Hey everyone, I'm Garrison and welcome back to the channel or the Patreon, wherever you are watching from. And today, if it wasn't clear in the title, I'll be doing my first listen / full-on review to Kep1er's first mini album called First Impact. Now, I've only heard good things about one particular B-side, which I need to check out really bad for in terms of their performance of it, of course, on the M2 channel for their whole Kep1er debut show and such. And I also saw from the track listing that they have Kep1er versions of the songs that came from Girls Planet 999, such as Shine, and of course the theme song O.O.O from Girls Planet 999. But aside from that, I'm really curious how are these particular two new B-sides are gonna play out, considering how Wadada went. A song that I felt upon first listen, yeah, it's gonna be hit or miss for a lot of people. And initially with first listen, at least for me, I'm not sure about you guys, I felt like I got it down, but it grew on me with each and every listen. And due to the showcase performance that I saw on my own time after doing that full-on review and such. But aside from that, I really want to see how also the genres play out for these two new tracks. But yeah, let's just get into it, shall we? Alright, so this first track is called See the Light. Now I'm seeing Park Woo-sang and Lee Sang-won on the composing and arranging side, and Park Woo-sang on the lyrics side. Now, if y'all not familiar with Park Woo-sang has worked with significant artists in the past. I'm talking about such as Glassy by Joe Yuri. I'm talking about the likes of Mamun, and of course in one of my reviews, Astro as well, and the list truly goes on. So I'm really looking forward to this track, but I'm kind of confused if this is the intro track or a full-on track due to seeing the duration for this being like 1 minute and 50 seconds long for the length / duration. But hey, I shall see for myself. Let's just get into it. Ooh, love the shakers there. Ooh, very atmospheric at the start here, the song. Oh, love in the start here. Now with the tambourines here. Bye. So, this song's very electronic heavy so far. Yujin. Oh, build up here with these drum pits. Oh! Ooh, loving how they're working off each other in this one too. Oh, Chaehyun. Oh, a little bit of turnness there. First of all, wow, Chaehyun sure shined in this, and some of the members that I got to talk about more heavily. But second of all, this is way too short. This is way too short for what it was given. No wonder why I felt confused. Like, is this an intro track, or is this just a full-on regular track, or is it a combination, a slice of both? And that's what I'm sensing here. It's like a slice of both, where they could end up performing this and then go into their performance of Wadada, you know what I'm saying? More so like an intro track performance into Wadada and such. And I think it connects well in how this song is very electronic heavy, and to Wadada, which is very house heavy, that includes some bass and electronic elements in that particular song, of course. Yeah, it makes so much sense now, but I still think this is way too short given how great this song is. I mean, what's not to love? The vocals that we hear throughout this, and noticing how distinct their vocals are, and you can tell who is who, and they truly shined in this. It's like sort of that meme of like touching like someone's discography, and then your whole hands are like with glitter and all that kind of stuff, you know what I'm saying? But 1 minute and 50 seconds is like any like track I've never seen in terms of this length. I mean, sure, a good example of intro tracks is Luna, Dreamcatcher, and if you guys are familiar with my first listens, I am always down for intro tracks, whether there is dialogue, whether there are lyrics, whether it's just a straight up instrumental to really set the tone for the album and such. And I really don't get this, you know. Sure, it's a spice and all, but it's so awkward because with those intro tracks that I mentioned for the likes of Dreamcatcher and Luna, they're like a minute 20 seconds, usually like a minute like 11, 13, 12, etc, etc. You get my point, right? It's just so in between of songs where it's like, okay, yeah, sure, I've seen 2 minutes and 5 seconds, but this is so borderline, like, okay, to the minimum that this is a full-on track, right? But yeah, that's my only critique about it. It's way too short for what it's given. I like the "We Are Kep1er," very memorable upon first listen. And I love the intensity that it provides in the song. It connects well with Wadada, and assumingly they did perform this into Wadada. You guys can let me know, but I'm going to probably end up finding out for myself, as I gotta watch everything that I missed out. I didn't watch the show because 4 a.m. my time, I really needed my sleep, especially after that lengthy review that I did to their title track, Wadada. But let's just get back into this. Even though it's short, there is a lot to point out for this song, See the Light. I think it also connects so well in terms of the overall soundscape of this song, how electronic heavy with it. So I feel like they messed with electronic mix with dance genres for this particular track. Let's just get back into it. Shaker's there initially. These very like nature-esque sounds, and how this is sounding very atmospheric. Real like, look at my eyes. It's like this. Let's start here. And what I noticed in this song, similar to Wadada, it catches your attention right away. And I believe this is with Xiao Ting. You can correct me if I'm wrong.
What are you looking for? See the light.
Man, if anything I've learned, oh my goodness, Diane, was just so sharp this era in terms of her delivery and her aggression. I really like it. I really like it. And even though that this is a small part by Bahi, oh my goodness, she shined in this moment. And it's something that I'm definitely going to appreciate for many more listens to come for this song for sure. Ah, yes, so... Ooh. Truly another part that I love so much by Yejin. They use drum kits here. It got me reminding of some sort of like ITZY song almost, the or something. I don't know. I might just be like overthinking right now, but it got me reminiscent of songs that are done something like that. But aside from that, I just dig how satisfying that part is with the O.O.O. This overall breakdown with, let me hear this again. Ooh, like the hi-hats of some sort, but all in all, I love the percussion work in this, but this breakdown with Chaeyeon is very, 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 very nice for sure. I like it. Bit of the turn disc, a lot of electronic sounds. Did you see the light, something like that in the back there? And I totally see, like, even not like seeing if they ended up performing this into Wadada, I can tell like it also connects well with how light sounding yet intense it is. As I described in Wadada, they were quite ferocious with it, but yet adorable and light with the delivery here and there throughout Wadada. But with that being said, let's just get into the next B-side now, shall we? So this next track is called MVSK. Now, I'm not sure what it stands for on the surface level. Assumingly, it stands for something here. But I'm seeing E1 on this. Now, this had to be like the track that I was most anticipating for based on the initial track listing post, and also, of course, that ahead of its time leak of the track listing that most to all of us saw. Now, if y'all not familiar with E1, I feel like you should be familiar with E1 by now. E1 has worked heavily with IZ*ONE, has worked heavily with Wooju Sonya, and I'm sure gonna continue to work with Wooju Sonya in the future. Has also worked with G-Friend, and the list truly goes on. And I think even from S9, if I recall correctly, throughout my first listens and such. So yeah, I really want to see what genre this one takes compared to the previous track and their title track. So let's just get into it. Oh. Oh. Let me turn up the volume a bit here. Love the guitar work in this. Yejin! Oh! Whoa! What is going on? I love the overall playfulness in this, but the amount of disco elements done in this are great too. Karu. Copy and paste. Yes, Chaeyeon. And Bahi here. Love the trap sounds done in this. Build up. Okay, so it's called Mask. love the tempo in this song and how it's constantly going, it's never stopping. Oh, hold up. The ba 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 ba. Oh my. The dum 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 too. Ooh, that's Cheyenne, right? Yikes. What? There's something so majestical about this song though too. First of all, guys, I don't know what to say right now. This song goes crazy, and I mean in a good way. This is honestly such a signature E1 song, not gonna lie. And I can totally see people right away immediately thinking, such as fellow O.O.O ones who've been with As1 and such. I'm talking about songs such as Sequence. And now, believe it or not, guys, E1 came through with Sequence for As1. That's why you sort of sense that influence that you hear from Sequence in Mask here, or MVSK, or Mask, I should say. And I would say another track, it's on the top of my head, but I can't recall it right away. I'm gonna have to listen to this again and maybe try to recall it. But just the overall playfulness and more so of the tropes and this theatrical movement to this song is to die for, truly. But it is so signature coming from E1, and it's also at the same time, yet even though this seems quite familiar, this is definitely something different, and I like that it is different with quite a bit of disco elements, I've got to admit, in this. And I can understand now why you guys are saying I should check this out, and my friends have been telling me that, hey, you should check out the live performance of this, and I'm definitely gonna have to, because I'm really curious now how the choreo is gonna go. I mean, it's on my recommendations here on the side, and I see the thumbnail for it, and it seems like it goes crazy as well, the overall performance of it. But yeah, I could see a lot of people saying this should have been the title track, really. And now, whether I'm in agreement with that or not, I am in a full agreement with that. Okay, sorry, but not sorry, guys. Mask, MVSK, this song deserves an MV for it. I can't even imagine, like, I could see this whole magical effect that is done in their title track as much as Mask can get that as well, you know what I'm saying? But we're gonna have to dive into this song again to really dissect how it plays out between the sections and the brief moments that seem so satisfying to me through the ears.
Are you sure? Are you serious?
Again, I just wish this never stops, but hearing Xiaoting to like kick off their songs is everything, truly. And then as the song progresses, love that sort of like Vocaloid effect behind them. It's not too heavy throughout the entirety of the song, but here and there, right?
happy. What are you up to? 상상했던 세상에 초대해주게 널. 애써 너를
And this song seems very classy with it, you know what I'm saying? Very classy with it, yet very majestic with it. And what I mean by majestic of it, sorry, is as the song progresses, I'll point it out.
이런 아침 막 작은 문틈 사이로 온 세상의 감각이 멈춘 채
I love the hi-hat work in this.
물든 감에 속에 너의 진짜
Yes, Yejin.
속에 숨겨놓은 personal
Gotta love Yeso in this so much too.
보여줄게
Love the vocal layering there when Chaeyeon came through here.
personal 상상했던 세상 보여줄게 더 빠져들
The layers in this song are just so beautifully done too.
손을 잡아 love you in fantasy
And yeah, I've been played a lot of times by E1's tracks. And yeah, this whole like theatrical point where it plays with your heart, you think it's gonna continue and it's gonna go crazy with it, but no. Mask and fantasy, oh my goodness, I love how it breaks down like that so much. It's so satisfying. It's that brief break and then
in fantasy
the ba-ba, and oh my goodness, just one after another. So good in that kind of succession done like that.
I'm not fake
I'm not fake.
보고 있어
Dum 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 dum.
I can't understand why 하나부터 열까지 다 is so real
Love the electronic sounds in this. Essentially what they did here, or E1 did here, is that a ton of disco elements and instruments as well as electronic sounds as well, and one kind of unison. Love the percussion work in this though. And sort of what I'm getting here, it's not necessarily like, you know, our everyday mask that we have to wear to protect ourselves. It's more so of this mask of this significant other one. It's like, take off your mask, you know, stop being so fake. Stay true to yourself, you know what I'm saying? That's what I'm getting throughout this, even though I don't have the lyrics here, but I think I'm gonna have to bring up like the lyrics after the second listen here, because that's what I'm sensing here with Mask. It's like, don't be fake, you know, come on. Even with this like copy and paste, touch and push, Karu, oh my goodness. Even though her parts and moments are short, her moments are very effective and iconic at end of the day, and I'm pretty sure you guys can agree with that. But even with the copy and paste and hush and like the whole fakeness description and all, and I'm hearing that like the word persona and all, yeah, that I'm getting that sort of message here every time with Chaehyun. Snare drum and fantasy. Woo! Even with the yikes, I want to hear who that is again. Hold up. It's like, bye? You can correct me if I'm wrong, guys, but I'm sure I'm going to figure out after this full-on review on my own time, and then also realize it in the full-on performance of it, of course. Now we're set in a trance here in the bridge. Take off your mask by Yeso, I believe, and then we're set in this sort of like this sort of bass hunter vibe to it here. Bop bop, that bop bop. So satisfying as well. And that Yeah, I can't tell. Maybe the yikes part, I think, is being rotated. It's not by the same member. And like I said, I'll figure out my self eventually after this. And most likely, of course, in the actual performance of it. But I want to go back to this part right here. Oh yeah, I'm not too sure actually with the yikes. Ooh, right here with Chaehyun, right? Ooh, just so pure and smooth with it. And then it just out into the atmosphere, rippling like that at the ending there. Oh my goodness. Guys, what a song! Oh my goodness. Yeah, I totally feel that E1's influence, and I felt it before, and throughout my reviews and stuff, and beyond my reviews, I could recognize this from a mile. It's like, yeah, it could be either by like E1 or someone from the Mono Tree production, but yeah, it turns out it's E1. And yeah, I feel that sequence, that someone could like totally reference sequence to this, influence of sequence by As1 or Missy Unseen even. That was the track that I was thinking in my mind too. I'm not sure about you guys. But yeah, by no means, I'm not doing like a whole comparison thing. It's like, oh, this is better, oh, blah, 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 blah. I really love this song so much, and oh man, it's such a shame that there's no MV for it. I mean, if they come out with for a performance video for it though on their own channel, I'd be totally down, or very least a dance practice I'd be happy about, to be honest. But hey, let's just get into the other tracks, which are the Kep1er versions of the songs coming from Girls Planet 999, of course. So let's just do that now. So this next track is called Shine. Now, it's going to be interesting to see how this plays out, in my humblest opinion, because before I heard it as 18 girls singing this song, of course, Girls Planet 999. Now we're with all 9 members of Kep1er. So it's going to be interesting to hear how everything plays out in terms of distribution per se, and how apparent a part could be from a certain member in this song. So let's just get into it.
Hello. Here we go. Say what? Hello, baby, shake it, baby. Come on,
And yes, we know they sing it together here. Yujin, okay. Yes, so. Oh. Youngin. Woo, Chaehyun. I remember the strutting down of the other contestants on the show. I just can't forget that moment, but Youngin. Ooh, a little bit of Hikaru there. Yes, Diane. Woo! I love, regardless, you know, with all 9 members here, the energy is still there in the song that we love and know. Oh! Oh. Wanna stop. Yujin, right? Ooh, Shine, but Kep1er's version of it, wow. I could remember this like yesterday. I remember the whole strutting down with one of the other contestants all coming down, walking down. I remember Shin Xiaoting for the first group, you know, of course. I think she was the one who kicked it off in the Girls Planet 999 one and also kicked it off in this. And then the other like contestants with Diane was like strutting it down, and I remember Chaehyun there as well. I could remember it as just like yesterday. But yeah, again, if anything I've learned from this debut era is, number one, even though Hikaru's parts are very brief and short, they're very effective. I love her vocals so much. I'm not sure about you guys. And then number two is like, I love Bahi's voice every time I hear her voice, and it makes me want to hear more from her. And hopefully that better changes into the comebacks and all. Diane just eating it up as always. Chaehyun really stands out as always. I mean, as someone as someone you all know, Chaehyun do be the bias, and I like the parts that were given her so much. And I think also Youngin and Yeso. Ooh, I really like Youngin and Yeso's part in this. This certainly hit differently compared to the Girls Planet 999 version or the originality of it. But there's a lot to appreciate about this one, and I can totally see myself listening to this, and I would slot this immediately, even though we're not in the conclusion side of this album yet. I'd slot this right under Mask in terms of my favorites coming out of this album, of course. But yeah, let's just get into the next track now. So this next track is called Another Dream. I really want to see how this plays out as well, so let's just get into it right away. As some of you may know, the favorite song coming out from Girls Planet 999 for me, because I'm just a sucker for these kind of songs that hit emotionally. Like, so well like this. So if I recall correctly, they kept Yeso's part here at the start. Ooh. Yes. Yeso and Chaeyeon here. Oh, shouting. Another dream. Hikaru. Also, by the way, love the lyrics tied along to this song. Woo! Chaeyeon. This is bringing back so many memories, to be honest. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Who's gonna hit this one? Who's gonna hit this one? Of course. From the string work to the piano. Man, I just love how they kept certain parts that were done by certain members from Girls Planet 999, you know what I'm saying? The likes of Yeso and the likes of Shin Xiaoting's parts in the song, I could remember it so vividly, and maybe additional parts I can't remember exactly for the other parts. And then, of course, Chaeyeon taking up some new parts, and Hikaru, I believe, if I heard things correctly. But for this one, wow, this, if anything, you know, like, sure, it hits differently, it is still this heavenly song and precious song and meaningful song that is so near and dear to my heart. It still has the same feels, in my humblest opinion. Like, Youngin and Chaeyeon in this, oh, they went off, and it is totally up there, man. I'm actually a bit torn apart, not gonna lie, because I remember when I first saw the performance of this, and I was like, yes, Bora, get that ish, and yeah, just listening to this brought me some of those memories, and also the good memories as well. And yeah, the only thing that I wished for was honestly more Ryujin in this. I mean, you can correct me if wrong, if I heard it out wrong, but I felt like I needed more Ryujin in this, and of course, like I said, even more Bahi and all. But yeah, let's just get into, of course, the theme the theme song, but the Kep1er version of it, and then I'll wrap things up. So let's just do that. All right, to wrap things up, O.O.O, O.O.O, the theme song of Girls Planet 999, but the Kep1er version of it. Let's go. Oh god, this is... got me reminiscent of the times. Who's gonna kick this off? Whoa. Whoa. Interesting. Janna. Over and over and over. Oh. Bye. Mola. Yojin. How fitting. And then, right, they bring it together. Over. Over. Oh, here we go.
Okay, I'm gonna be a star.
So fitting for Diane here. So fitting. But like alone, you know what I'm saying? It's slightly different in this one. Is this Youngin? Whoa. Mola. Yes, so for that too. Yes. Come here. Over. And the instrumental break, of course. Man, if anything, this is the version that hits the most differently, you know what I'm saying, out of the other ones. 어디니 궁금해. Wait a... What? What are those drum kits? Huh? Sure, these snare drums and these epic drums. I don't know if I'm going crazy. Stop. Hold up. What? Okay, I gotta... Let me pull up the original one. Hold up. Yeah, I'm clearly going crazy. It's been a minute. Okay, yeah, there are always drum kits there. Oh my goodness, it's just that I felt like maybe it's like, oh, I totally forgot about those drum kits due to the fact of how differently it hit hearing certain members do certain parts. I mean, except for like the brief moments by Yujin and Yeso that were so fitting for them, and of course Diane's part, and all even with Diane's part that I hear again now here, it hits differently, and I like how it does. But I love how we got more of Bahi. I'm just gonna play it, you know, because it was truly a brilliant moment right here. Yeah, this was the moment. You can clearly hear this is Bahi here. Mola. And that was Yujin, right? Oh my goodness, so fitting. Yes. I do adore this version. Again, I don't understand. It's like, I get, you know, there are times where I feel like distributions are very unfair and unjust, and it really depends how my definition of unfair, it really depends on how significant those lines are, even though those lines are short. In this case, I felt like certain members didn't get that many parts, or if none at all, you know what I'm saying? I thought, you know, a part like, let me think here. Let me find it here, actually. Okay, maybe, no, even before that. Yes, it was before it was during the switch up, yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna be a star.
This really works, right? But I almost thought, is it just me? I almost predicted if, like, it would be crazy if Hikaru did this, you know what I'm saying? But still works. The getcha, that attitude behind that delivery, love it. Over? It really reminds me of Kep1er View. If you guys saw that, all of both episodes and such, the whole thing with the machine and all, that was so adorable. But yeah, that concludes this first listen and review. And all in all, really good first mini album, strong mini debut, first mini album, and such. I think the things that I mainly got out of this, that Mask deserved an MV the very least, if not, you know, title track, right? See the Light, way too short, but a phenomenal song to kick off and set the tone to the song, and I think it works well in conjunction with Wadada. Even though it's not done by the same people who did Wadada. And to be fair, right, guys, I know who's behind Wadada. The likes of Kakao, Lee Suran, a phenomenal lyricist who has worked with the likes of Weekly and such, so you can't go wrong with the lyrics for Wadada and the delivery of it. And also building owner from Prism Filter, one of my favorite production teams has worked with, the likes of 17, the likes of Promise 9. Now, I feel like it's not like because of the composing per se. I feel like we should view it in a way, it's like the A&R, whoever scouted, it's like asking these certain genres to be utilized, or certain things is like to be done in a song, and which is why we got Wadada. And at the end of the day, they're not the ones that are gonna know it's like, okay, this is gonna be a hit and a half, like everyone's gonna love this. And clearly, you know, what do you know now? Like, not everyone ended up loving the song, or a lot. It's like hit or miss here and there. And that is completely fine. And as we, you know, provide our modest yet, you know, honest feelings towards any of these songs, they could probably gauge the reception and really build off of it into the comebacks. And surely they do that. And I wouldn't mind them working with the same people on the production team for this overall album into the next ones. I mean, pretty much all of these people have worked with as1. I'm not sure with Park Woo-sang or not, but with E1, the team Monotree and Inner Child, who has worked a lot with Golden Child and Willem artists and a lot of phenomenal artists, and the likes of Building Owner from Prism Filter, or anyone coming from Prism Filter. Yeah, pretty much everyone here. Hwang Hyun from Monotree and E1, who took part together for over and over and over the theme song O.O.O, O.O.O, and all. I would love them to work with them actually, but more so on the title track next time around, or as heavy as next time around. And overall, yeah, my thoughts about this debut: it was strong, a solid debut. I love how Wadada grew on me. Mask is chef's kiss, phenomenal type of song. Although the MV for Wadada, I did notice, I didn't really like them messing with the whole industrial, scenes and stuff like that. I don't know why they used those scenes, and like the one like warehouse thing where some of the members had the spotlight in with a whole screen in the back and such like that. I felt like, things could have been more well thought through, you know what I'm saying? I'm sure they thought through this well, but from an objective standpoint, it just felt like, not all things were totally considered, right? But if you think about Wadada, it connects with the concept so well and everything, but you could have a different concept or similar one with Mask, with MVSK, and how dreamlike and majestic sounding and theatrical that song is. And hopefully Kep1er continues to do something theatrical like that, whether it's with E1 or whether it's with a production team or another producer, composer, lyricist, yada yada yada. But all in all, I gotta give this debut mini album pretty much similar to like Wadada. I would say 9 out of 10, it's not like perfect by any means on an objective standpoint. And even with my bias included, just like with See the Light and them just doing like versions, like I wish we got more like original Kep1er songs, you know what I'm saying? And especially after the delay and stuff, maybe they could have adjusted something, but they did work on this as soon as possible after the show concluded, if I recall correctly, and all. So hopefully there's nothing like this where it's like, oh, they come with a song but a different version of it on the next mini album or even full album, no matter of fact, and they come through with even more original tracks, because considering how See the Light went, how Wadada went, I am looking forward to their future tracks, their title tracks, and as equally as their B-sides. But yeah, guys, let me know your overall thoughts about their first mini album, First Impact. Stay tuned for my unboxing. Stay tuned for my reaction to their live performance of Mask, MVSK, of course. I can't wait to see how everything plays out in the choreo and how everything is done together with all the members and such. And be sure to like, share, maybe subscribe, as it helps out the channel so much and just warms my heart connecting with y'all about Kep1er. And if you guys want to see Kep1er review, it's on Patreon. Some patrons know that already. Or if you want to even go back upon my Girls Planet 999 full-on episode reactions, they are on the Patreon as well. No pressure by any means, but what you pretty much do is get access to K-dramas and such. I'm on Idol the Coop, gonna be getting into episode 2 soon, and more other exclusive content for other artists as well. But if you can wait it out and get this, first listen or anything that you would like to see from me later on the channel, that is completely fine. But take care, everyone. This has been Garrison, as always. Now, if I were to rank my favorites in this, I would have to say right away, sorry guys, but not sorry, Mask MVSK is the favorite song on this mini album. Then it would go actually Wadada, and as equally Shine and Another Dream. I'm such a sucker for Another Dream, but I love Shine so much. And then very last but not least, the theme song for Girls Planet, Triple Nine. I can't recall correctly when a survival show group came through with their theme song, but their version of it on the album, you know what I'm saying? And they could have possibly done it separately beyond the album, you know? I don't know, it's like, I found it interesting that they included it on the album. But yeah, let me know your favorites or even your ranking as well, and why, and how and such. But hey, I have to get going. I have a lot to catch up on in terms of comebacks and stuff, and I had to get Kep1er down right away because this was well worth the wait for Wadada, in my humblest opinion. And at the end of the day, we all have our favorites. We shouldn't shame each other for liking something or liking a certain song more than the other, and I think that is very important at the end of the day to, you know, keep things together and, you know, have things and not start like fan wars and nonsense like that. But yeah, that's just my small rant there, and take care and peace.